Okay, so it is officially the next day. I have to re-pick up Jillian. Um, yes, my daughter's over here pushing me. So last night we had a really rough time. Of course, we're, learning more about him. We're adjusting, trying to get to know him and his schedule. My daughter, obviously, back there. Hi. Yeah, she is a little jealous, so which is normal, but she definitely got jealous when, like, say, if I was holding my son, then she'll come over if she was with her dad. If her dad, decides to hold him, then she'll leave me and then go to him. So she definitely wants that attention. So whenever I don't have him in my arms, I'm trying to give her as much love and attention as I possibly can. Like especially like if I have to change her or something, just like tickle her or whatever, give her kisses and things like that. And Mr. Julian is in my room right now, so let's take a look. Okay, here he is. I need to give him a bath. This needs to come off. But he looks like he's waking up. So they have like these little soft squishy pillows that they had in the NICU, and which is nice because she gave us another one so we can always change it out, and I think we can actually take this off and clean it if it ever got dirty. And this is actually the same bassinet I had for my daughter. So yeah, it's actually really nice. I love how deep it is. I felt like all the other bassinets just felt like, I don't know, they were gonna come out and slide out. I don't know. That's just me. We definitely need to put in batteries. It takes like 4. This is the brand. We bought this at Bye Bye Baby. Of course, Bye Bye Baby is no longer, around. So, yeah. Hi, Mister. Good afternoon. Good evening. Hi, sir. Did you go pee pee? Yeah. We had a pajama day, so I had him in his pajamas, as well as sister, with her crazy hair. Yeah. Tonight, my husband is gonna go to work since he doesn't call off until the 26th. So he'll most likely take 2 weeks off, and then that way he can be home with us. And then tonight until Thursday night, technically, well, yeah, Thursday night, I'm by myself. um, Last night was horrible, so we're hoping that tonight will be a little bit better. We were basically sleeping in the living room because we were just all over the place yesterday. We felt like we needed to be in the kitchen and, just whatever. We tried to put my daughter in bed, and unfortunately, she didn't. She woke up and then she wanted to be around us. So she was feeling a little lonely. So we basically slept in the living room until 3 o'clock. Then I decided, like, you know what? I miss my bed. I want to sleep in my bed. So I moved everyone into the bedroom. So hopefully tonight we won't sleep in the living room. We'll sleep in the bed. So of course I'm gonna keep my phone on and things like that because I'll be waking up just to contact with my husband because I know he's gonna be messaging me and checking up on us and things like that, and I'll probably just message him back just so like, hey, we're up, just so you know. Yeah. We're hoping this week we'll get a TV. My mother-in-law already bought the not the TV stand, the dresser for my son and my daughter. So she has that coming. So we're gonna move the baby dresser in here. We'll most likely put it right there, maybe, if not by the window, just for the meantime, because we still need to look for a dresser. But we are gonna move certain things around hopefully this weekend. We'll see. And I can't believe it's gonna be Christmas already. It's insane. Like, it just went by so fast. What are you doing? There it is. You found it. Good job. So, right now, I did clean up the kitchen just a little bit. We got a Keurig. My mother-in-law gave me hers since she got a new one. So I was like, I'll take it for the meantime because I was going to buy a new one. I do have one in storage, but I never had the chance to get it. Cleared off everything. We just boiled some water and things like that. And this is my son's stuff that we're using for his G-tube and clearing things out. So right now we're just adjusting to everything and seeing what works and what doesn't, you know. So it's a learning process. It's gonna take a while. Like, some things, like right now we're just like trying to figure out what works for us as a family and what, you know, can be a routine. Can't say it right now, but I'm gonna go ahead. I gotta get my son's milk ready and things like that for his 5 o'clock feeding. Last night, I accidentally, we both did. We accidentally overfed him. We were feeding him every 2 hours, and we're like, no, wait, we did math wrong. It was supposed to be every 3 hours, and we failed at that. So now I'm trying to get him back on schedule. My husband was like, well, why don't we just, like, once he starts, you know, fussing and things like that, we'll feed him then. I don't know why I listened to my husband, but I did it, and I was feeling overwhelmed, and I was just like all over the place. I'm like, I can't have that. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that anymore. And plus, I was late for his meeting, so, and he was already fussing and things like that, and no. So right now he is resting up. It is 4 o'clock, so I'm gonna start boiling the water, and that way everything can be like cool down and things like that. And then by the time 5 o'clock comes, then I can feed him and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that.
Jingle bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is...
Okay, so this is formula and breast milk. We're combining it only because I feel like I can't really produce as much as most women. So I can actually produce maybe like 2 ounces out of each breast, sometimes a little bit more than that. But there's, you know, there's good days and there's bad days. So other than that, we're mixing them together. I still have breast milk left over from the hospital. So I'm still learning how to use my breast milk wisely without having to waste it, because I can't just like heat it up or, you know, and then put it back in the refrigerator and then use it again. So I had to like figure out how I'm gonna do this, because he is only drinking 65 mLs right now, which is like 2 ounces. So yeah, and I have bottles that are filled with my breast milk in this type of bottle, and I have to defrost that breast milk and then kind of separate whatever. But then I'm like, great, how did they do it in the hospital? So I really don't know. So I use this syringe, and I, you know, this is about 60 mLs right now. And then I'll get another syringe, which it has 5 mLs, to make sure he's getting the right amount of feeding. And then what I do is I would make sure that it's the right and proper amount. And then what I started doing now, because I was wasting my breast milk, or actually wasted my breast milk, you know, the last feeding or two. So what I'll do, it's already boiling, so I will take it and put it in the syringe. Make sure. And I'm just thinking about it right now. I basically don't even have to do it like this. I could just pour it in a different container. So I don't know why. I don't know. Like, it's just all a learning process for me right now. So and then once that's all in, then I'll get 5 mLs. There we go. And then, oops, wrong cup. Wrong container. So that's 65. I'll close it, and then I'll use this, and I'll just put the warm water in here. I need to buy a bottle warmer. I need to buy a bottle warmer. A bottle warmer. I know. Sorry, I had to like pause because I had a sneeze and got me dizzy, which I'm a little dizzy right now. So, and I'll do it like the old-fashioned way. What happened? What happened, Mom? All aboard the train. Is that the train? No. No? Mm-hmm. It is hot, yes. Very, very hot. I'm gonna pour it like this. Ooh, it's hot. Okay. No, touch it. No. Go. Lipstick, yeah. Okay. And that's how I'll do it for the meantime. And then that way I'm not wasting my breast milk. I could put it in the refrigerator still and then use it for the next thing. Now, if I'm doing something wrong, please let me know, because I never, pumped before. I've tried multiple times and it was just difficult with my last 2 pregnancies. And yeah, I mean, if I shouldn't put this in the refrigerator and use it for my next feeding, like, please let me know, because honestly, I really don't know. But yeah, because this has formula and breast milk mixed together, so I don't know. It's a learning process for me. Right now, like, my son's doing okay. It's not bothering him. Yeah, I mean, I even have like that little magnet. I even have this magnet I try to go by, and I mean, it's from the hospital, so I was like, okay, well, what's good and what's not, and so, and it says do not refreeze the breast milk that has been thawed unless it's still like 50% frozen. And that's just the freezer. The refrigerator, fresh for 5 days after discharge, fresh 48 hours, thawed 24 hours. So I'm assuming it's okay, but it doesn't, of course, it's just breast milk. It doesn't say anything about breast milk and formula, so I don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and let this kind of warm up, and then once it's warm up or whatever, I gotta test it to check to make sure that it's not like scorching hot, because again, I don't want to burn my son because I have to feed him through a G-tube. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna let it sit, and then I'll do that. Okay, so now that I let it sit in there for a few minutes, it did get a little bit hot, so I'm just gonna let it cool down before I put it in this. And then yeah, there's another thing too, which we're trying out as well, because it was so hectic yesterday, and knowing that I'm just gonna be by myself tonight, we're actually doing that, just going it through his tube rather than going through the pump, which is his medical pump. Let me show you. So this is what we would use to feed him. It does have like bags and things like that. It's already like set with the settings and things like that. So this was a little bit crazy last night. So we decided like, let's hold off on this because we were just so overwhelmed with everything. And yes, we know how to use it and, you know, prime it and all that stuff. But at the same time, it was very frustrating, if that makes sense. So doing this, just pumping it through his G tube, makes it a little bit more easier for us. Yeah, we do like push it through slowly. It gives us a little bit of time, and then after, once we're done, we hold him, you know, let him sit up for like 30 minutes or so, so that way he's not so congested, because there's a little bit will come out, but lately that hasn't happened. So what we're doing right now with that actually works. So, and plus we would give him his pacifier, so that way he continues sucking on that, and that way he can learn, you know, how to do it. We were doing some taste trials at the hospital so that he can swallow and get a taste of the breast milk, but since we're home since yesterday, we didn't have time for that. We were just like, okay, we were like, I felt like we were rushing each other, and we're just like, oh my god, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, and then we're attending to our daughter. It was chaos yesterday. So I can still do the taste trials. I just need to find a little tube, which would be this little tube, and I have like a little pink smaller tube, I guess. And then that way we can, like, as he's sucking, put a little bit through so he can kind of taste it. That way he can swallow. So right now I kind of want to do that, but since I have my daughter with me, I'm just gonna wait on that. If my mother-in-law comes, I don't know if she's coming tonight, just to like hang out, whatever, help me, whatever, then I'll have her sit in the room and we can do the tube that way rather than just running it through. So we'll most likely do that. But as of right now, we're okay. So I'm gonna let it cool down and hopefully we'll feed him. I'm gonna let it cool down and then we'll feed him. So I was gonna show on video how I feed him, but since he was already fussing, I figured like he needs me now, and plus I needed both hands. So yeah, I was gonna have the camera set up and things like that, but he started crying, so I was like, oh my god, he's hungry. So I was like, let's feed him. So other than that, as I was feeding him, he had to use the bathroom, so that was probably the reason why. Yeah, and my daughter's over here singing, so okay. Okay, I am gonna go ahead and make some rice-a-roni. My husband already made some chicken, so I'm just making this now. And then I gotta pull it out of the refrigerator and kind of warm it up because he made it before he left to football practice. This one's fed, so I'm gonna feed the little one, and then yeah, we'll see what our night comes to be. My husband is my husband is actually on his way home from football practice, so we'll let him sleep and things like that. And I'm falling asleep, so I might make myself another cup of coffee. I want to, then I don't, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
bells ringing in my ear. Jingle bell, a sound that's oh so dear. Frosty the snowman is all around town. Watch out for reindeers are falling down. We stay up waiting for Santa tonight. He climbs down the chimney at the speed of light, while we're dancing around the Christmas tree, hugging and kissing just you and me. Carolers are singing outside our door, lovely songs we all heard before, as they walk from house to house to wish us all a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, a Merry Christmas Day. Oh, we're chasing snowflakes as they're falling down, and follow Rudolph all across the town. Later we meet under the mistletoe, while Santa's busy saying ho ho ho. We're feeling just
Careful. No. What's that? Give brother kisses. Come. Say night.
Dude, it's fun.
Yeah. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. I'm already tired. So I have the little one down. The other one is in bed. I'm gonna leave the bathroom light on only because she is coloring and she's gonna give me a hard time. Lately, she's been very clingy and just gives me such a hard time. Oh, please don't wake up. So we're gonna go ahead and try to sleep. I have to get up at 11 just to feed him. So it's every 3 hours. So I fed him at 8, so the next feeding won't be until 11. So it's 9 o'clock now. I'm gonna try to sleep for a little bit, and then hopefully she's asleep. And then, yeah, looks like he might be waking up. I hope not. Oh, wait. Looks like it's just stretching. Hi, so it's the next day. It was kind of hectic last night. Actually went pretty okay up to as soon as I started to lay my head down, like after I cut that video off, and then he started waking up, she started crying. It was like a major meltdown. I'm just like standing there, I'm like, what the hell just happened? I wasn't expecting that. Every time I try to put my son down, he woke up and started crying. So I'm like, no. So yeah, the crying with my daughter because he woke her up, and I ended up calling my husband. I end up calling my husband because I was just like, and he can hear both of them, and I'm just like, I don't know what to do. And I'm thinking, if I call my mother-in-law, she has to work tomorrow, and then she had a meeting and everything. That's what my husband told me, and I'm like, everyone works. I'm like, it's late, and I'm just like, I haven't slept. So this morning we had doctor's appointments for both of them. And let's see, they do have follow-ups and things like that. My daughter needs to do blood work, and my son has all these appointments going on next month, and then towards the end of like December. So yeah, a lot of doctor's appointments. And then yeah, we got home. I just fed him when we got home. We just ate lunch, and now we're just relaxing. My husband's asleep, so I'm letting him go to bed because he came home actually. I didn't expect him to come at all because I just ignored my phone. I was just like, my daughter went back to sleep. I'm just gonna hold my son. I put a big old pillow under me, and I was just laying there with him. I was just like, because I didn't want to be in the living room. I wanted to be comfortable. So that's what I did. And yeah, so the first night wasn't the greatest. I don't know how it's gonna go tonight. it could go better, it could go worse. I just don't know. I'm gonna try not to call my husband because I know when my daughter freaks out, like she was crying because she seen me with my son, so with her brother, and I tried, playing in bed with both of them, and she didn't want me near him, or she didn't want him near her. Yeah. So, yeah, my husband came home and he basically stayed up with him until like 6 o'clock or something like that, until we had to leave. He was already, falling asleep, and I woke up a couple times and things like that. But other than that, like, I haven't really slept yesterday. Actually, I didn't sleep at all yesterday, and the night before, I was in and out. So, and then I basically stayed up. So, yeah, I definitely needed that sleep. So, hopefully today I'm gonna try to like lay down in the living room. My daughter's like watching over her brother. This is one thing, it just doesn't make sense. I'm just gonna relax. And what is on my forehead? Okay, I don't know what that was. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video here, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Rude. Okay, she's telling me to be quiet. All right. Bye.